Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda, and this is a vlog of my late autism and ADHD diagnosis experience. And today I was just sitting here chilling out in my hammock, and I decided to film a TikTok video. And it was like most of my videos, stream of consciousness, but I actually really like this one. Well, I like all my TikToks, but I really thought I captured something great in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and post it. So this is, horizontal. Am I saying that right? Yes, horizontal feed for YouTube. The next clip will be vertical because it was captured for a TikTok video. So as y'all know, that isn't standard. I usually film for YouTube and TikTok separately, but I just wanted to share it. And I'm really curious to hear comments on what y'all think about what I have to say on this. I saw a video on here earlier today, and there was one sentence that really stood out to me. And it was that neurotypical doesn't mean normal. Rather, it means that their brain has been privileged and centered in our society. And someone asked, but what is normal if not privileged and centered by our society? And it got me thinking, and I think it's just another way to look at it. For instance, there are a lot of neurodivergent people in this world, especially when you consider the umbrella of which neurodivergence covers. Neurodivergence isn't just autism and ADHD, it is like so many other conditions and disorders also. And to the point where neurodivergent people might equal neurotypical people. But our society prioritizes, privileges, and centers neurotypical brains. There are a lot of neurodivergent people out there. When I was first starting to learn about autism and ADHD, and I would say that neurotypical was the majority brain type, but then the more you get into it, you start to wonder. And I don't know if it's just because we tend to flock together or what the studies are, especially considering how many undiagnosed neurodivergent people there are out there, because there are a lot of people like myself who are so high masking that we kind of like fall into the neurotypical way of thinking and behaving, even though it's like not natural to how our brains work. So I don't know if neurotypical actually is a majority brain type or not, or if there are an equal number of the umbrella term of neurodivergent. Oh my goodness, Watson. I am trying to film a video. I'm in my hammock. But even if neurodivergent people outnumbered neurotypical people, the point of that sentence, I think, is that the way our society was set up and created centers neurotypical brains. Now, I do think that the majority of people are neurotypical. I think there still is more neurotypical people than neurodivergent ones. I do think there's a lot of undiagnosed neurodivergent people. We're finding more and more every day. And I have a hope that the more time that, or the more people that we find who are neurodivergent, we can kind of construct how society works, where there's more allowances for ways of thinking that don't fall into the neurotypical way of thinking. A lot of neurotypical people are concerned at how many people are getting diagnosed as neurodivergent. It threatens their way of life. They are the privileged centered brain type, and the more people that are neurodivergent, the more people who are discovered as being autistic, ADHD, bipolar, have DID, all of these things, the more that accommodations and accessibility will be required, which of course shifts the dynamic. It shifts the power. It puts more mental work on a neurotypical person because the way their brain is no longer being centered, they aren't just going to be an automatic right way of being. And just take eye contact for a very easy example. Right now, the narrative is if you don't have eye contact, you are being rude. But for an autistic brain, that is not the case. And if you can't measure rudeness by eye contact, then that's going to change conversations. And when you take that and multiply it by all the different neurodivergent traits out there, it's going to shift how we interact with each other as a society. And it'll have to decenter the neurotypical brain. And ultimately, this is a good thing because Neurodivergent brains do think differently, and we have a lot to bring to society. But currently, society is disabling us because we have to mask our neurodivergent brain, our autistic brain, speaking from my own personal experience, to fit into this box. And so it is disabling. Autism is going to be a disability no matter what, but that's a whole nother conversation. Society just contributes to the disabling effects of being autistic.